Hello, everybody. Welcome to another sidestepping adventure. But this is cemetery talk tonight. So, we're gonna talk about a cemetery, cemeteries. When I wet my whistle. Huh? You're the only one on?
No, I don't see you live.
You don't see it live?
Mm-mm.
Notifications.
No.
We're at somewhere. So, how y'all, if you can come in and chat with us, love to have you.
No, I don't see it.
There's Nick. Hey there. How how you doing, Nick?
There it
Did you find it?
is. Yes.
Okay, my wife was having some problems. You doing all right, Nick? Yeah. Oh, I'm just relaxing. It's been one of them weeks. Yeah. We enjoyed the video that you made for us. That man, you are talented. We appreciate that. I got a question since you're in here. I asked him that I'd have to ask you, but you might know about this. I have a GoPro. Uh, it's a Hero. Okay, is there any way to do a live stream with your GoPro? I don't know. Do you, can you, do you know anything about that, Nick? I think you can, but I ain't for sure. Yeah, you helped. You helped out a lot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I know what you're talking. Norma, Lynn's on. We're getting people. Hi, Norma and Lynn. Y'all doing okay? Nick, did you watch the the little short that I did of the it's the boat boat line boat and Taper Cemetery. It was just like little less than a minute. Did you watch it? Oh, I'm doing good, Lynn. Doing good. You, where do you live at? Where you live at, Lynn? Yeah, I got to do some editing on the big part. That was just a teaser, but yeah, I just got off of work a couple hours ago. Miss Kim, her her aunt, her funeral was today. I live in Tennessee too. Me and my wife. What part do you live in? We live in Cumberland County, Crossville. What part you live at? Are you living, Lynn lives in Cookville? Wow. Yeah. I've done some cemeteries in Cookville, uh, on Cherry Creek Road, uh, Lower and Upper Cherry Creek. Uh, they're in there. Yeah. Uh, gotta do some more. Oh, my computer wants. I got to. Oops. My computer's going wacky, y'all. It's telling me you. It's saying I need to be updated. I'm not. And I'm saying no. Miss Kim got me this for. When did you give me this? I think for my birthday? Something like that. I ain't done too much with it because the more updates, the more it skyrockets your memory. And okay, Nick, I'ma watch some more of your stuff. Okay, yeah, you keep making those good ones too. We love you. Thank you for your help. Good night, Nick. We will. Norma, have you had a good day? While you're answering, I'm gonna read you something. I got a little bit of. Sorry. Good. I got a little bit of reading material. It's poems. I didn't write them, but I'll read you a couple. This kind of fell apart on me, so let me try to put it back in there, wherever way it goes. Oh, there it is. I'm chirping. My phone's chirping in there. I'll read you this one. I think it's a good one. It's called A Walk with God. I am bedded down a country lane, lone one lonely day, and left behind the cares and pain of life's ever full way. With childish awe, I looked on high, where lowly pines stood free, and tall and strong against the sky, swayed by the gentle breeze. No creature ventured out to dare to mesmer the woodland hush, but I suspect that they were there beyond the tangled brush. I stood so still, so still within the wood, and listened frequently. The birds of many kinds did thrill so joyfully for me. I saw myself as I as just a grain in life's fast swifting sand. I was reminded once again of God's almighty hand. For God is only just as near as we let Him be. To me, it was so very clear. He walked that lane with me. Yeah.
Don't say it out loud.
Okay, I won't. say it out loud. Oh, so how you? I hope more people come in because I got some information. Honey, can you turn the heat up a little?
Yes.
I'm cold in here. Does anybody know anything different about me? Norma, you know anything different?
You're not wearing a wig.
No, I mean, besides the wig. Kim said, you're not wearing your wig. Well, I'm like, not besides the wig.
What, did you shave?
Ah, yeah, I kind of trimmed. I trimmed right here a little. And then I trimmed right there. Right in there. I got tired of eating my whiskers. So, plus, it'll grow back. Go about 2 weeks, it'll be back. Big. It don't take me long. I'm a hairy feller. So, huh? She's trying to call me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry. Now I uh, got to edit. Uh, if you've seen, honey, you'll have to tell 'em the name of the taper. I'll just call it the taper.
Boyden.
I can't pronounce it.
Just say Boyden.
Boyden. Boyden. Boyden Taper Cemetery. Well, I have to edit it together, but it won't take me long. I'll uh, probably in the morning, I'll edit it and put it together. It won't take like that, but depending what I do, I mean, I've been wanting to put some pictures with people, but uh, I done looked on Find a Grave, couldn't find nothing, not too many, so I might just leave it alone. So, but, oh, sorry, didn't mean to come on here and make everybody tired, because I'm yawning. Okay, I'm going to put this on the chat, so if you come in, it's on the chat. Okay, or my wife can do it. She can put it. Um, she can put FamilySearch.com in the chat. It's a lot easier for her to do it. That way I can talk and she can type. And then Family Search, it's .com. You get on there, it's free. You can find out Norma, if me and you are cousins, if we're brother and sister, uh, if I'm my own grandpa, it can find out anything on there. And
Mm.
there's another one. There's another one. Uh,
Hold on, I
now,
can't
if
keep up with you.
I think, sorry, y'all. I think Norma's probably writing this down. But Norma,
No, it's family.
wherever you're uh, at, if you like going to cemeteries, uh, before you set out to find cemeteries you don't know about, go on uh, findagrave.com. You go on there, go on the cemeteries, click on the cemeteries. You click on that, then it'll go to um, whatever county and state you want to look in. Type in that, and then it'll give you every cemetery in that county. Because I did that to our county. That's how I come up with that Bo Bodine uh, Dipper Cemetery. That's how I come up with it. I would have never known it was there. So, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm sorry. I don't mean to yawn. I have. I've had one of them days. So, and I just ate before I came on. So, thank you, honey. So I think my poppers too poop to pop. And I don't think they come out the way I wanted it to. Sorry. I'm kind of tired. Ain't no telling what's gonna come out the way. But don't get offensive. I tried to still be Christian, just a different way of speaking. You'd be thinking I'm a Cherokee Choco. Now this is stories told politically. This was one of my. This is my old preacher that passed away, Brother Don McCool. He passed away 5, 6 years ago. He was a good preacher. He was good Pentecostal preacher. He was funny. He was shorter than I was, and he wore cowboy boots. He was hilarious. But uh, he wrote some of this stuff. This is called The Old Man. Then on the opposite side, he has something printed, uh, something funny. A premise, every silver lining has a cloud in front of it. He was very comical. And this is entitled The Old Man. Probably reminds my wife of me, who leaves in the morning and comes home at night tired and weary from a long day's fight, who fights for his children whom he loves so dear, working and toiling year after year. You guessed it, it's Dad, the best in the land. And and then you up and call him a man. You should love and respect him, and by him take a stand, and not frown your face and call him a man. When he's past and gone, and in his coffin lies there, can you kneel down and whisper a prayer? Dear God, we thank you for our dear Dad. Though he's resting in peace, it makes us so sad. He's gone up there to that beautiful land, but we're thankful that he's Dad and not the whole man. Hi, Mama. How you doing? Yep, that's our our kiddos. Norma's on. Norma, Mama, sidestepping Mama is on. She said that I can say that. She's my sidestepping mom. She made me. So she was sidestepping in the cemeteries before I was. And that's no joke. When she was a kid. So blame it on her, 'cause that's where I get it from. Yep, her and her friends used to walk through the cemeteries and wonder about the people in there. Yeah, that's where I get it from. I tried to find you. Read you. See, Mom, I was right. I was reading something from Brother Don McCool. Remember? Pentecostal preacher? This was his stuff. Greg McCool's daddy. Me and my friend Sandra
No.
Rome. Oh, is that what now? Mom's talking to me. Y'all, sorry. He's got one in here about Houdini. So some of these I'll post on the community for y'all to read. They're hilarious. He was a character. Short, little bitty old preacher come up to about here with me. The Pentecostal preacher. Funny as could be. He was a character. He'd, he'd get you laughing more than his preaching, you know. He did some good preaching. But there's something in here that if he's got it, I want to read it. Because Chief Running Oil. I'll read that to you. Oh, this is the one I want to read to you. Mom, you know the one I'm going to read you. Indian Joe. And he's got something funny on the opposite side. So I'm going to read it first. This is a wife talking to her husband. Okay? Wife, honey, will you love me when I'm old and gray? Husband, sure, I loved you through all those other colors, didn't I? That's funny, ain't it? Okay, now on to Indian Joe. I tried my best to read it clear, slow, and I might have to get a drink, take a breath, but we'll read it. Because it's pretty long, but I tried to. It's a good one. Now, somewhere, I do have a recording of this. Somewhere. I think he did it too. But it's probably on a cassette tape. But here we go. Let me get my bifocals set on the words. Okay. In the foothills, hello. In the foothills of North, North Dakota, just outside of town, a preacher was sent. He put up a tent. He threw sawdust on the ground. He laid some boards upon some blocks. Those were to be his pew. And from the bottom of a barrel turned upside down is where he would deliver the news. Now, that very first night of the meeting, the crowd was rather small. That preacher preached for a solid hour, but what intrigued Joe the most was a place where he read from the book of Acts about tongues in the Holy Ghost. And where the preacher finished, Joe came forward with a beautiful knife and a sheep. He said, God, you give Joe Holy Ghost, he give you knife to keep. Well, needless to say, nothing happened. The next night, the number was 10. And when the preacher gave the altar call, here came old Joe again. This time, he had a handmade blanket, a beautiful knife, and sheath. He said, God, you give Joe Holy Ghost. He give you blanket and knife to keep. Well, needless to say, nothing happened, and Joe went away with a frown. The next night, in the front of 36 people, old Indian Joe came down. This time he had a tomahawk, a bow and arrow, a handmade blanket, a beautiful knife and sheath. He said, God, you give Joe Holy Ghost. He give you all this to keep. Well, needless to say, nothing happened, and Joe packed up all his goods. They heard him murmuring. Joe tried to trade fair as he disappeared in the woods. Now, the next night, the tent was fully to capacity, all to the preacher's delight. But what he didn't know is they came to see Joe and to see if the price is right. And right down through the middle of the tent came a pinto pony, a tomahawk, a bow and arrow, a pipe, a handmade blanket, a beautiful knife and sheath. He said, God, you give Joe Holy Ghost. He give you all this to keep. Well, needless to say, nothing happened, and old Joe began to nod. With tears ran down his leather face as he raised his hands to God. He said, God, Joe always been a very good trader. Now Joe's hair is white as snow. And if you give Joe Holy Holy Ghost, Joe will give you Joe. Well, needless to say, the Holy Ghost came down, came came down. Oh, I lost my place. Hold on. The Holy Ghost came. Joe was quickly filled. God came. God let him keep the pinto pony, the tomahawk, the bow and arrow, the knife, and the blanket to keep out the chill. Well, Joe didn't want that stinking old pipe. Neither, neither did God. So he threw it as far as he could throw, and the people in the foothills of North Dakota will never forget the trade between God and old Indian Joe. Okay, that's enough. That was a long, long one. And I almost cried because that went back like 25 years ago, right there. That's how old that is. That's very old. That's like 25 or 30 years almost when that was wrote. But he's got some pretty good stuff like on the shorts. I'll read you the shorts. It's hilarious. Okay. Any any old rooster can crow, but it takes the hen to produce the goods. That's true. I reckon that's a true statement. The best maintenance is preventive preventive maintenance. That's true. Hold on before I read this. I can't I can't wear the old-fashioned wind-up wristwatch. The the ticks keep crawling up my arm. Get it? It took me a it took me a minute to get it. I really did. I really did again. I just got it, and that just cracked me up. Sorry, I might have a hernia. And I got one of my own after that. I can't wear the old-fashioned wind up the wristwatch. The ticks keep crawling up my arm. That's hilarious. Uh, Brings me back where I said I might have a hernia. When I was a little kid, we just got out of service, and the preacher lived right up the road from the church. And I got tickled. I always get tickled about something. And so Mom, walking, we're walking behind Brother Pullum, or Brother Hall, and I get to laughing about something. And Mom looks down at me and she said, Jason, don't have a hernia. And about that time, Brother Hall kind of looks back. She forgot later on, like a week or so earlier, Brother Hall had just had hernia surgery. And so she's looking down at me. We're walking to his house, and she's saying, Oh, Jason, don't have a hernia. And he just kind of looked at her like, Really? I just had surgery. Okay. When you were 13, the most difficult age. I don't get that. Let me read that again. When you are 13, the most difficult age is 60. When you are 60, the most difficult age is 13. Well, I don't know because I haven't reached 60 yet. Mom, she can tell me. He's got one in here about Houdini, but I ain't gonna read it. That's for when I have more hair. Here's another one. It wasn't the apple Eve ate from the tree in the garden that caused all the trouble. It was the bear under the tree. Get it? Adam and Eve, or Eve and Adam, the pair. And it wasn't an apple. The Bible doesn't say speculate. It says fruit, but we say apple. I don't know why we say apple, but it's just fruit. It don't say apple. But I don't know why we call it an apple when it says a fruit. Okay, I finally found a suit with a pair of pants. If it didn't, if it don't get cold in here, I'm going to have to pull one pair of them off. I don't get that. I don't get it. Maybe somebody else did. I finally found a suit with a with two pair of pants. If it don't get cold in here, oh, okay. He's he's wearing two pairs of suit pants. Okay, now I got it. Went over my head. Okay, wow. I did not hear the jet. I did not hear the Boeing 477 or whatever they call it. Now this might not be too good to read, but this was just what Brother McCall, he had a sense of humor. But he said, he said she was so ugly, the psychiatrist told her to lie on the couch face down. He wrote in here, Brother McCool wrote in here, she was so ugly, the, the psychiatrist told her to lay on the couch face down. Well, he put it, he had like, I said, I don't know about him sometimes. Now the next page says he was so ugly when he was born, the doctor slapped his mother. Children should be seen, not hurt. You will always rem- you will always be remembered by a dog if you pet it or you kick it. That's a true statement. Because if you kick a dog, they know they they got you in their memory. But if you pet it, it will love you for life. Okay, we got 5 people on. How you doing? We got Norma, you still there? Norma, Mommy, side stepping Mama, Kimberly, my beautiful wife. Yep, you're just looking at your handsome, your handsome son. Boy, I think I need to go to bed soon. Mary had a little lamb. It was always button. Papa got in its way on Sunday. And on Monday, we had mutton. Get it? You can't make a horse drink, but at least you can lead him to water. The smallest man in the Bible must have been Peter, because he went to sleep on his watch. I don't get it, but maybe we will. The difference between a rut and a grave. A rut has an outlet at both ends. Wow, that's food for thought. There's a cemetery, a cemetery uh, saying, but I'll never remember it. I can barely remember where we're going. The reason why God made man first, he didn't want any advice in what he was doing. I didn't write it. You ladies. I'm just reading it. I probably should have read that over before I read it. No comments. Yeah. Kim is my mom, my hot sidestepping wifey. If you happen to fall, don't waller. Get back up so you can help someone else that has fallen. That's true. Oh, I can read this. It's short. It's called Upset. And it's short, big letters. Years ago, when just a child, I, I delighted to make to make folks smile. Funny faces, telling jokes, always entertaining folks. Then one day, with faces red, I I even stood up on my head. I discovered while upside down that everything had turned around. Well, now I'm older and have more pride to funny antics I laid aside. Things have changed, but not the laws. When uh, when then I'm upside for any cause, I ask the Lord to give me time to get upside to to get right side up and clear my mind. So when things go wrong that makes me fret, I never make a decision when I'm upset. That's food for thought. Hey, oh, oh, I read you that one. Okay, I guess this is a joke. Okay, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna ask you guys a joke. Is a zebra black or white? Or, hold on. Is a is a zebra black with white stripes or white with black stripes? Can you ask me? Can you answer that question? Is a zebra black with white stripes or white with black stripes? What what do you think, Norma? Maybe you'll tell me on the next page because you did it on this one. I don't know. I guess to each his own. Okay. How did the game warden know that the preacher killed the deer? Now I've got to punch black,
White with black stripes.
black with white stripes,
White with black stripes.
white with black stripes.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Yep, I agree. How did the game warden know that the preacher killed the deer? I got the punchline for this one. The bullet went in one ear and out the other. Okay, life life doesn't begin at 40. It begins at conception and starts ending at 40. Yeah, that could be true. If gray hair, oh boy, if gray hair stands for wisdom, why do wise men use Germanic formula hair color? Okay, and he dedicates this book is dedicated to my lovely family, my wife Lucinda, Jeffrey, Kathy, which is still living. I think Gregory is still living. But that's all we're doing tonight, folks, because I am tired and my eyes are going like that. So I love you all. It's been real. I didn't do what I wanted to do, but hey, we did something. I love you all. You have a good night. Jesus keep you all. Love you, Norma. Oh, I will. I'm tired. Look at eyes. Been up since 15 to 4. Look like a coming from getting drunk and hungover. Want another one? Got another one? Sorry, I just smoked it all. Well, we love you all. Jesus keep you all. Good night.